So you've seen the ads or heard influencers hype things up, but you want to know the truth about SoFi Checking and Savings. In this video, I'll break down everything you need to know from the main pros and cons and other details of the account so you can understand if it's the right option for you. I made a similar video a few years ago, but honestly, a lot of things have changed and I wanted to make sure everything was covered. Make sure to watch until the end as we'll cover some key nuances that most people tend to overlook at a quick glance. Lastly, if you're new here, this is Feasible Creative, where we help you unlock financial freedom. So let's go. SoFi Checking and Savings is one of my go-to options for spending and saving money, and this video will reveal if it could be a good option for yourself as well. As the name suggests, this is a blend of a checking account and a high-yield savings account. I talk about HYSAs a lot on this channel because these are one of the safest and smartest ways to store your excess cash and earn some interest while you do it. For those who don't know, HYSAs are popular alternatives to the traditional physical or brick and mortar bank offerings. And these have risen in popularity in recent years because they tend to offer a higher APY or interest rate to customers. Now, it's important that you listen later on in the video when I cover APY for this specific account with SoFi because there are some nuances you'll want to consider. Now, SoFi is different from the traditional HYSA in that since it does have both the checking and savings account, this truly can be your day-to-day banking option. When you look at a competitor like Marcus by Goldman Sachs that only has a savings account, it's really just a place to put your money, earn high APY, and you still need another banking solution. I'll dive into the pros and cons here in a moment, but there are a few other things to highlight. For example, there's no minimum balance required to open your account, and there are also no account fees. Additionally, when it comes to actually viewing your money, spending it and whatnot, you can use both a web app and the mobile app offering from SoFi, and I find both to be super easy to use and they're very user-friendly. Now let's look at some of the key pros to consider. Firstly, the account is safe as it is FDIC insured. Your accounts will have the industry standard FDIC insurance of $250,000 per depositor or $500,000 if you have a joint account. This means in the extremely unlikely event of SoFi failing as a bank, the FDIC will reimburse your insured funds. Now for the average depositor, $250,000 is definitely enough, but if you need a little bit more, you can actually unlock up to $3 million in FDIC insurance by opting into the SoFi Insured Deposit Program, where essentially your deposits are put into a variety of partner banks. And each one of these individual banks has $250,000 in FDIC insurance. So depending on your account structure, this can be up to $3 million in total. Next up, we have the high APY. APY stands for annual percentage yield, and it's essentially the amount of interest you'll earn in a year, considering compound interest. So basically with this account and similar to other bank accounts, you take your money, you deposit it, and you earn interest. Now you'll earn interest on your initial deposit and you'll earn interest on top of interest, and that is really the compounding effect. But keep in mind that these rates will fluctuate based on the economy. Said another way, the APY you see when you sign up is not locked in for the entirety of your account. Make sure to listen closely because this next part is important if you want to get the high advertised APY. That's because SoFi gives you 3 options to make sure you are eligible. The first one is direct deposit. So simply connect your account from your employer direct deposit to SoFi, get paid out through SoFi, and you can get the high advertised APY. The second way is through depositing at least $5,000 every 30 days. The last way is to sign up for SoFi Plus, and this is a subscription that costs $10 per month. There are some other perks if you sign up for SoFi Plus, but for the main focus in this video, it's really just getting that high APY. If you don't want to follow any of these options, you'll get 1% APY currently with the savings account, but then you'll still get the 0.5% APY on your checking account. It seems like some people are sort of against the SoFi Plus thing, but I actually think it's a benefit if you are somebody who's self-employed, because previously you were unable to connect the direct deposit. Now this gives you an opportunity to get the high APY with only spending $10 per month for this subscription. When it comes to signing up for these accounts, people like to look out for sign-up bonuses, so you are in luck because at this point in time, there is an offer from SoFi. Now, I'm not sponsored, but if you click the link in the description, sign up for your account, you can earn up to $300 in a banking bonus. In the future, the offer may change, but here's the criteria right now. The amount you earn in a bonus is based on what you direct deposit during what's known as the direct deposit bonus period. And looking at the fine print, as you can see here, the direct deposit bonus period begins when SoFi receives an eligible direct deposit of $1 or more within the promotion period and ends 25 calendar days later. So explained simply, if you deposit $1 to $999 in direct deposit, you get no bonus. If you deposit $1,000 to $4,999.99, you get $50. And if you deposit $5,000 or more, that's how you'll get the $300 bonus. This is certainly an incentive for you to connect direct deposit and give you a reward for doing so. Again, if you're interested, link in the description and you can sign up for your account. The next pro is what's called vaults, and this is a feature within the web app or mobile app from SoFi, and it's really a way that you can take some of your funding within your account and put it into a vault, as they call it, as you save towards a specific goal. So it could be to pay for traveling, a car, a house. It's a great way to visualize your savings progress and show you exactly where you are with regards to savings. Next, we have the early paycheck feature. And this is another incentive to sign up for direct deposit because you can earn your paycheck into your account up to 2 days early. This means you can start to pay your bills earlier, save money earlier, invest. Use this feature with some caution though, because you shouldn't rely on early paychecks just to meet your budget goals. And speaking of budgeting, if you want to get a completely free one-on-one budget review call with me, fill out the form in the description. There's no sales pitch, it's 100% free. From there, we can talk about meeting more frequently, but first session, $0. I highly recommend signing up quickly as spots are limited. I know this next pro is big for some people, and it's that Zelle is supported. In short, you can send and receive money securely using Zelle. As the website mentions, it's a fast, easy, and safe way to send money to people you know. Next, we have the debit card and access to ATMs. So with your SoFi account, you will get one of these World Debit MasterCards, and you can use this to tap to pay and spend money or to access some ATMs. SoFi is part of the Allpoint ATM network, and there are over 55,000 ATMs across the nation, which you can use for free to withdraw cash. These tend to be inside stores like CVS and Walgreens. You can also deposit cash at certain retail locations that offer Green Dot services. There is a fee of $4.95 if you want to do this, and there are also some limits on the cash deposits themselves. Honestly, I've never deposited cash using this account, but for some people, it's a good pro to consider. As great as this offering is, not everything's perfect, so I do want to be transparent and name a few cons. Firstly, as I mentioned, the high APY is not automatically earned. This isn't a complete deal breaker. I think for the average person, it's pretty easy to gain access to this. As I mentioned, if you don't want to opt in, you'll get the 1% APY on the savings account, and you'll still get the 0.5% on your checking account side of things. Secondly, we have taxes. And with this, there are two things to note. The first is that, as a disclaimer, I'm not an accountant. And secondly, what I'm about to say is not SoFi specific. This is really for any type of account like this. This is a point that is often overlooked on these HYSA reviews, but you will owe taxes on your interest earned through this account more than likely. This is because the IRS considers this interest as taxable income. Generally, if you make more than $10 in interest in a given tax year, you will owe something back to the federal government and perhaps your state government as well. During tax season, you'll receive a 1099 INT or interest form. This is very straightforward. It'll have a box that shows you the amount of interest you earned during that tax year. Once again, I'm not an accountant, so reach out to a tax professional to get further guidance, but keep in mind you'll more than likely owe some taxes. Next up, there are no physical branches. SoFi operates as a digital-first financial institution, which means it's entirely online. This has become the modern way of banking, but if you are somebody who prefers to have a physical location, it's something you'll want to consider. Next is that the customer service is not 24/7. If you want to talk to an actual person, there are only certain hours that you can do so. There is a chatbot or virtual assistant you can use that's available 24/7, but that can be hit or miss depending on what you're looking for. Lastly, there's no standalone checking and savings account. What I mean by this is you are by default required to open both a checking and savings account together. So you can't just have one or the other. I don't really think this is a problem because it does make it more of a comprehensive banking solution, but to me, it's a great way to keep money for spending for your day to day and also get a savings amount, earn that high APY, an overall great solution for your money. At the end of the day, SoFi Checking and Savings could be another tool to use on your journey to financial freedom. In my eyes, the pros clearly outweigh the cons, but it's ultimately up to you to decide if it's worth signing up for. Again, if you want to move forward, link in the description. You can sign up there, and I'll see you in the next one.